Well, it's 2 a.m. and I hear a noise that awakens me from my sleep. With my heart races, I quickly grab my wife and say, "Stay put," as I go ahead and grab a weapon and travel down the hallway where the noise just came from. I quickly find the source, and I realize that this is something I've been training for my entire life. Again, another sound. I go ahead, creep up, burst in, and I hear, "Wah!" Well, that intruder is all right. He's in there, but it's not really an unwanted one. The intruder is actually my son, who is a very happy and healthy 8-month-old boy. And my weapon, well, it's a warm bottle of milk that's hopefully going to put this little guy back to sleep. I am Michael Kwiatkowski, and I'm the proud father of a very hungry little baby boy. The arrival of my son on 20 February 2012 has changed my life. I waited for a long time to have a child, and now I've realized that all that wait realized is that it's never been a dull moment. I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. I'm going to talk about my we are pregnant, the birth of my son, and realizing that the fun is actually now just beginning. Upon becoming pregnant, my wife immediately began to use words like we, our family, us, the future, not me. On the other hand, I looked at this as a 9-month ticket to a designated driver bus and the chance to get as much partying as possible before I was stuck at home. I had seen it all before. Friends that were always happy and hanging out, all of a sudden, poof. Guess what? He's not there anymore. He's stuck babysitting the child while we're out having a good time, and you don't see him until the next deployment. I'd see him in the mornings with the red eyes and dragging at PT. And I said, I don't know if that's going to be me. Again, every time we went out to a football game that the guys, everyone was going to, they'd say, "Hey, you want to go?" Again, they had to opt out. And I said, that will not be me. I'm not going to be that guy. In the early morning hours of 20 February 2012, ready or not, I got my chance to find out. The words my water broke from my wife went ahead and I immediately sprang into action. Grabbed everything I could, threw it in the vehicle, started racing towards the hospital. It's good to know that even a woman in labor doesn't stop from commenting on her husband's driving. I made sure that I pulled into a church parking lot by accident, even after it was going to a hospital that I'd already been to about 5 times earlier. Once we went ahead and we were in the hospital room, my son came early. In only a matter of hours, I was a proud father of a healthy baby boy. When they asked me if I wanted to cut the umbilical cord, I definitely said yes. Held the baby in one hand, cut the umbilical cord, and then held the umbilical cord in the other hand. At which time, medical personnel quickly retrieved both my baby and the umbilical cord. So now, I've realized that my world has changed forever, and only taken a few hours. However, that one moment is going to be with me forever. Now the fun is just beginning. I'm professional at changing diapers, and I know how to properly install a child's seat into a vehicle in under 30 seconds. I can distinguish a binky from a booger sucker, and I can tell from my son's expression alone that he has just gone ahead and pooped his pants. Even just saying the word poop now definitely shows that I'm a father. And it's interesting to see how much my vocabulary has changed. It's amazing how someone so young and small can have such an impact on my life. So I talked about how we are pregnant, the birth of my son, and realizing the fun is just beginning. The arrival of my son has changed my life forever. Now may not be going to all the football games I wanted, and might not be always hanging out with my friends, but I realized that hanging out with my son is one of the coolest things I can possibly do. So yes, I have, looking back, become that guy, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah.